Yeah! It's your boy Fist in his house, bringing you another great edition of Call of Duty for me, because that's what I do. Modern Warfare! Reboot, soft reboot for the OGs, the original OG, the original commentator of YouTube Call of Duty. Let's go, baby! Are you excited? I know I'm trying to be excited, and I don't know if my intro is too exciting, but I look at it and say to myself, we went full circle. We went full circle. We went full circle. We started with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That's what I'm showing you here. Basically, it's the same thing. You know, I mean, I'm going to talk about the multiplayer because there's rumors going around about that. But when you look at this game, it's just a regular, old-school, military, first-person shooter with a brand new 5-year engine in development that kind of looks like their version of Unreal 4. I mean, they're not going to pay to license Unreal 4 because they know how much this game's going to make, so they just come up with their own little Unreal 4 engine. You know, they took the old engine, mashed it up. I'm sure this happens every year. And I'm sure they even took more time to even rewrite everything because they said they rewrote all the graphics, they rewrote all the sound engine, and that's going to bring us into another important point that I'm going to cover later on down the road. But those are the two major things that they covered, and yes. I mean, my favorite game, and it might not be yours, but my favorite game as a Call of Duty OG guy on the YouTube since day one was, I mean, it's always the next Call of Duty is going to be the better Call of Duty. But that wasn't the case with Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 it reverted back to being atrocious. We all know why that happened. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother video, that's a whole nother discussion. I don't even really care. That game was, I hated it. I mean, I didn't hate it, but it was disgusting to me. It was like walking on throw up. I just don't like that game, and I'm not going to talk about it. But the game, so Call of Duty's coming full circle. Started out with Call of Duty 4. Black Ops 3 was my favorite Call of Duty to date. But this is rebooting, soft rebooting Call of Duty for the new generation of fans and bringing back all the old generation of players. And when I say that, I'm just saying, look, we've already had jetpacks, sliding, jumping, all that stuff. And yeah, where else can Call of Duty go if you played every single Call of Duty out there? So, you know, we had to think of something that's a little bit more devious, something that's going to make you want to lick that snow cone and get that gumball at the bottom of the snow cone. What is going to be that's going to make you addictive to Call of Duty again? What is it going to be? So there's rumors going around, and the soft reboot, I mean, I can kind of give you little snaps on that. This is basically, it's basically Call of Duty 4 remastered and better graphics and more weapons and probably passive aggressive perks. You know, you're going to have your passive perks, your aggressive perks, your support perks. You're going to have all that. You know, you're going to have that, and they're bringing all that stuff back, and you know, so you could use the pistol, and you could use the grenades, and you can use the non-lethals. And some people love that stuff. Some people like straight up boots on the ground. You know, they don't want to have 150 health to kill somebody. They don't want people sliding in circles and around corners and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, jetpacking and wall running. It just doesn't make sense to them when you're making a military shooter. So, I mean, we've come full circle, and this is going to be Modern Warfare. We're starting back to square one again. So going back to 2000, whatever, 8, 9, 7, I don't know what year that was, but we're going back to that. We're going back to that. So if you plan on playing Modern Warfare, the new game, and people are like, well, I don't get the name. I mean, it's really simple. It's a new engine, and we're starting over again. It's just basically like Superman and the Hulk and the Avengers and these movies that they keep making over and over and rebooting 80s movies. They're just taking the same stuff that was popular back then and redoing it now, which is kind of cool because you do have the better graphics, you do have better technology, so maybe you can enjoy it that way. But for me personally, deep down inside, I'm feeling like, how can I get excited about this game? How could you get excited about this game? It's basically going to be boots on the ground. It's basically going to be a slow-paced game. There's rumors going around. You know, we're going back to this beginning portion, and it's their vision of the beginning and how it should have been. And they're going to have a no mini-map. You know, that brings out millions and millions of possibilities. When you talk about no mini-map, I mean, you're gonna have a slower paced game, more methodical. They're probably gonna have 100 health. So people are gonna, they're gonna camp more for streaks. You're probably, in order to get the UAV, you're probably gonna need to kill 3 people, so that UAV will come up on the screen and you'll help your teammates. And it's really gonna slow this pace of this game down. And when I play this Call of Duty 4 remastered version, nobody knows how to play this game. So, it's not going to be one of those Call of Duties that you can just pick up and play. If you don't play this game from the beginning, that means if there's no mini-map and there's 100 health and there's tons of military strong weapons like the AK and the MP5 and the M4 and all the classics, you're going to get destroyed. And if you don't know the maps and you don't put the time into the game, it's one of those games. It's not like Call of Duty 4 where you can pick it up and you got your 3 perks and you can run around and you got the little mini-map to look at and you can kind of make the deductive reasoning to find out where you're going and how that works. You're going to understand that, and you'll pick it up. This is going back to old school, where you're going to go ahead and get your head beat in, and then you're going to either stay with the game and grind, or you're going to leave. And they made the decision, they're not going to pick up the Fortnite crew. They're not going to pick up these people. It's straight up, no mini-map. They're going to go in. It's a better sound engine. So when you have better sound, you're going to be a little bit more methodical as you move. And when you're moving, you're going to move slower, and you're going to build up your streaks. And the thing about it is, you have to learn the maps. You're going to have to. And when you play Call of Duty 4 Remastered or Call of Duty 4, when I played it back then, you put in the time, you know where people are going to be at. You know where the spawns are, you know where they're going to be at, you know where to shoot at. You don't need a mini-map. When they enhance the sound, and then you got the UAV and all the other stuff, the kill streak should be strong enough to take out the people and know where they're at and carry you through the game. And another thing, too, is people, they don't understand how to play this game. So, in old Call of Duties, you would go to the middle. You don't cross the median. So if you cut the map in half and you got 100%, you don't want to cross that 50% line, because then they'll spawn behind you. And when I played back in the day, people would set back and they would set up to the spawn, and they know as a team where to go. They just don't run out there and keep dying and giving them streaks. This game is going to have so much hype behind it, with the fact that people are going to get frustrated and quit the game, and it's just going to be a very niche-y type of people playing this game. It's going to be, like I said, can I get excited? Yeah, I can get excited with great graphics, really awesome perks, awesome weapon sounds. That's why I think they're going to capture people with the way the weapons sound, and that has its own personality in itself, and it draws you in, and that's the grittiness of the game that makes you want to play it more. And they said there's some other stuff where it's a little bit brutal inside there. So we're going to see about that. But I think the main thing, the story coming out of this, is not having a mini-map. And that leads to thousands of variables, like dead silence and moving quietly and learning the maps and having a silencer on and being stealthy. And I think that's great. And as long as stealth sound has no counter to it, the game will keep moving. But if there's a counter to somebody with dead silence, this game is going to come to a dead crawl. And I don't care how good the graphics are and the weapons and all that other stuff. It's going to make you mad at the game. So I want to see the game. I don't know if everybody can get excited. I know you probably, some people who've never played this game, that's what they're counting on. A new generation of players. Obviously, I've been around 10 years. That's a long time to be around in gaming. and that cycles through, and there's people that weren't even born yet. So this new generation of players is going to have to learn, and it's going to be a grind. And if this is the game you want to play, then great. But as far as something being innovative and being new, I mean, I don't see how that could be in this game, because it's already been seen. Unless they have, like, a specialist that has cooldowns, and perks have cooldowns. If they have cooldown perks and cooldown streaks or something, or lethals, some type of combination where you have to let stuff cool down and use it, and it gives you some type of extra balance over somebody else. That would be kind of cool. I would like that. I would like to see combos too, like a grenade and then maybe a shot or something like that. And they said that there's going to be regen health. You're not going to have to use an EpiPen on yourself. So these are all the things that are in my mind. I never play single player. I don't care about single player campaign, so it's not a big issue for me. But I'm saying to you right now, if you want to get ready for Modern Warfare, then you might want to start playing Call of Duty 4 Remastered. It's basically the same thing. I like how fast Infinity Ward games are in time to kill. I think another important point is this: out of everything in this game, when we talk about slide and jumping and wall running and boost jumping and all that stuff, the main factor in this game is going to be standing prone and how fast snipers kill. If snipers are ridiculously overpowered and easy to use, then that's going to be a problem. But if I can drop shot within less than 15 frames, that's a great trade-off. I can accept that. So in the Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4 game, you can drop shot really, really fast, and then I think that's one important thing. There's going to be a lot of people jumping and trying to do all kinds of crazy stuff. They're going to get wrecked, and you're going to have to plan these games. If people are going to learn, they're going to learn the hard way in Team Deathmatch, and that's all I play. And the reason why I play Team Deathmatch, the reason why you should play Team Deathmatch, because Team Deathmatch is the most played game type in the game. It's all about having fun, it's all about shooting each other, and it's all about the community. If you're trying to play the other games to support esports, then they're not supporting you as a consumer, and they're not patronizing you. So stay in the Team Deathmatch. That's where the real fans are. Those are the people who pay for the game. Those are the people who support the $25 million franchise tags for Activision. And that's probably one of the things that they're leaning on. They're trying to bring back all the community to pipe this game up so that people will pay for the $25 million franchise tags and advertising and orgs and all that other stuff. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk more about Call of Duty, and hopefully I'll be able to do some more videos and have some fun with this. Am I going to enjoy it? We're going to see what E3 multiplayer is going to look like in the future. Until next time, it's your boy Fizz. Peace. I'm out.